Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, this just doesn't work. Now, tonight, of course, check into our live stream. We're sitting around waiting for any breaking news with the Dallas Cowboys. Thus, so far, there's nothing with Dez Bryant, only that we've re-signed Brian Price to a 2-year extension. Orlando Scandrick is asked to leave the Cowboys, and other than that, that's it. But guys, my question is this. Is there any player out there dumber than Odell Beckham Jr.? I mean, seriously, I'm not talking about brain smarts, but in his actions, does anybody make any dumber moves than he has? You can't argue with his talent. The guy is incredibly talented. I mean, seriously. That one-handed catch that he made from Eli Manning when he overthrew him in the loss to us was incredible. But yet it seems like he is always making the wrong moves. And here it is. He gets a contract with Nike, and he proceeds to go out and act like he's a dog out there raising his leg, pissing on him. It's not exactly the thing you want to do with your endorsements. We haven't seen anybody mess up with endorsements like that since, I don't know, Tiger Woods and the Thanksgiving Day Massacre. And you talk about wanting to be not only the highest paid wide receiver, the highest paid player in the NFL. Odell. Seriously. The Giants can look at you and say, no, we're not negotiating a contract right now. There's too many unknowns. And this is even before we have this whole situation. Now, I got to tell you, what's amazing to me is, and I got to actually applaud Stephen A. Smith on First Take, because he actually did give it to Odell Beckham Jr. and say, hey, you know, I wouldn't sign him to a long-term contract. The hell with them. The brother's stupid. Now, we didn't get one of those ones that he can't stay off the weed, but he did lambaste him. Now, his partner, on the other hand, says, no, he should be paid because he's the best wide receiver out there, blah, 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 blah. But I'm sorry. I remember last year the whole Zeke Elliott situation, where it was he said, she said. It was it was, a case that was investigated to the nth degree. I don't know what the NFL is going to do on this one, but I do know this much. There's not a whole lot of coverage on this. Not like Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott can't blow his nose without TMZ being there and doing a video about it. This happened Friday. Nobody's really talking about it. Now, I know it's the beginning of March Madness, so that's sucking up some of the air out of the room. And I know it's also the beginning of tampering for free agency, so that's sucking some of the air out of the room. But I keep seeing all these off-season incidences. Odell Beckham here now. I don't know if he did anything or not, but he's got to understand that he's got a target on his back, because you are worth money to other people if they can catch you doing something. Now, this may have been a setup, but the optics are terrible. You've got to understand, like I've said to Zeke Elliott, you have a target on your back and people want to make their name off of you. Again, that could have been innocent. I don't know. But I do know this much. This should be investigated just as hard as some of these other incidents. But when we look around and we get Jarvis Landry, who the NFL said they investigated and couldn't find anything there and said, you're good. And then a video comes out, but there's nothing to that. When we know about Aldon Smith, and however many times he ended up having domestic violence as well as other problems. When we have Wildman from the Jets going the wrong way, drunk driving, and hitting a bus in the Lincoln Tunnel. We've got another player arrested in Florida who's talking about doing something in the police officer's wife's eye that I'm not going to put out here, but you can look it up. But all that stuff, been brushed under the rug. Now, I know everybody's going to say I'm just a Dallas Cowboy fan with sour grapes, but can you honestly look at the picture and say that the treatment is fair? I don't think that you can. Highest paid player in the NFL. Come on, man. Odell, you need to get a grip. You need to settle down and focus on football. I'm not a fan of the Giants or anything else, but you know what? The talent that you have, keep up the optics that you have. You're losing money. And eventually you're going to lose your career. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job as a carpenter and a voodoo doll. What do I know? I'm not worth millions. But as always, I hope to see you guys tonight on our live stream. We may end up going into bonus time tonight because there's so much going on in the NFL. We got a lot to cover. I'm Mark Holmes. This is CowboyJobu. And hopefully, our Dallas Cowboys will just do
friends,
something.
CowboyJobu here with an unsolicited opinion on the Jobu wings. You were saying about the wings?
The wings are the best I've ever had. Hands down. Awesome.
Okay, well, we've been passing out our recipe. If you actually look on our YouTube channel, we have all the recipes for all this stuff on here.
With the women, with the ladies.
You know that. Okay, slide in a little bit here. Okay, all right, so on 3, James, get in there, man. Okay, we're gonna do How About Them Cowboys, okay? All right, everybody, on 3, How About Them Cowboys? 1, 2, 3.